Hi guys, and welcome back. So again, I'm using this weekly planner made by the Happy Planner. I absolutely love it. I love the goal setting in the habit area. It just seems to have so much space for like goal setting in that. And as you can see, we really haven't like done too much for the month of March. March just really hasn't been that lucky for us. So yeah, we gotta get back into this monthly calendar here. So these are how the weekly layouts come out. And yes, I do decorate my budget planner. I like to add like the details and decorations to it just to, make it look a little bit more bright and cheerful. Um, the other thing that you're going to notice that I do differently is I like to journal and reflect in my budget planner. So it's not just all about the numbers. I'm basically trying to figure out like why I do what I do with my money, how we got into the situations that we're in, and things like that. So this budgeting video plan with me may be a little bit more different than what you're used to seeing here. So, basically starting out with like how this week was is this week was just like one of those weeks. Okay, so um basically, like, if you're looking for like perfect plan with me's perfect budgeting where everything works out and everything's warm and cozy, again, these videos are probably not for you. um this is like it's real life, guys. I'm gonna say like not all the time, but like most of the weeks, things happen, unexpected expenses appear, work gets in the way, things like that. So I'm just basically sharing with you guys how I navigate through life and how it affects my budgeting. So, yeah, so let's get into these stickers here. I used all of the like lucky boxes that I had, and I did have some of the rose box stickers that I printed out. Of course, I ran out of ink. So, again, this is real life, guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use some of those because I mean I can't really put them in the shop because they are the wrong colors. But I'm thinking the greens that did print out, I think I can use those in this layout. So just trying to get this um, page set up to where we can start writing in the information. Another thing that's going to make this a little bit different here is I don't add in the budgeting info like throughout the week. I like to plan as like a reflection. Um, I don't know, it just makes the process a little bit more smoother to me. I enter in like all of my transactions in that through the YNAB app, so that's really how that's the you need a budget system. I do have a link in the description if you're interested in that, but that's how I keep track of like my expenses, my transactions, where the money's going, where I need the money to go, things like that. And it's just been a blessing since I've been using it. It really does help with budgeting on the go. The other thing that I've started this year is I've started incorporating daily logins with GPT. Basically, I explained to GPT, hey, I made, transaction A, B, and C. If I noticed if there was like any emotions involved, like if I was feeling really good before, transaction A, if I caught myself like scrolling on Amazon or something, and these are the items that I was putting in the cart, and then I realized like I don't need these items, like I'll make a note to GPT about that. Just basically trying to figure out like what was going on, like why did I do what I do? Um, a lot of it, like I thought it was like dopamine. They say like a dopamine rush for some people. Uh, Mine's just basically like I'm trying to regulate calm into my day. So we've noticed that I do that whenever I start getting stressed out. It's kind of like an escape. not necessarily the dopamine rush. Again, like if you find yourself with emotional spending, I highly recommend to give that a go. You just basically create like a new category in your GPT, explain to it that you want it to just treat like basically be like a little not necessarily like a therapist, but like just say, hey, I think I maybe do an emotional spending, and I want you to try to track my behavior patterns just to see what's going on here. So that's how I really started that. So here we go. So what I do is I take the transactions that I have in the YNAB app. It's really easy to find. I just go into the spending log that they have, and I keep I'll log like what I call my spend. So this is like if I'm going to get gas, if I'm going to going to Sheets, getting groceries, things like that. And then I also keep the bills, but I keep them separately. This way it's easier for me to see if I had like a heavy spend week versus a heavy bill week. And it's easier to go back through if you need to find that one transaction where you're like, hey, I know I went and bought groceries, but I'm just not feeling right about this amount that's on the charge card. So it's really easy because I would just look at all the spends, find, where the groceries were, and then, I could track that total down. And of course, the third reason is when I start doing the weekly in and out totals, it just makes it a lot more easier just to total everything up as well. So yeah, as you can see, this week didn't start off the best. I basically started the week by doing my taxes, and yes, I know taxes are it's just a fact of life. And I pretty much know that I'm going to be paying in every week, or not every week, but I pay in every year. But, it still hurts, okay? Do I have a tax savings account? Yes, I do. Did I owe less than what I thought I would this year? Yes. But, it still sucks to know that you're giving away over $500. I also had a doctor's appointment that day that apparently I owed from last year, and for some reason they never told me, so I had to pay 100 some to the doctor too. So yeah, that was Monday. Tuesday I was still kind of feeling the burn, but like no overspending in that. Just did what I normally do. Yeah. So, basically the rest of the week though, I will have to say was pretty steady. We had a few low spend days, a couple no spend days, which again are natural. I do not force them. I don't, do any of the like where you forced to no spends, like I'm not going to spend for 7 days. Like to me that's just the same as saying like you're going to reduce your calories to an extreme amount for 7 days. It's not healthy, and I do feel like you're just going to like binge at the end of it. So yeah, my no spend days are natural. It's just literally I'm at the house or I don't need anything, and there's just no reason to buy. So yeah, that's the thing that I would like to, show is that, even after that big financial hit on Monday, I didn't go into the mindset of like, well, this week is already ruined, so, I might as well spend. Everything just kind of stayed steady. And like I said, the mood of the week did kind of get a little bit better, and, we got a little bit upbeat. We actually got social on Saturday, which I'm never social. But the other thing that I need to watch out there is what I found with GPT is when I start getting into a good mood, I am more likely to spend, guys. So you would think it would be the other way around, but for me, it's when I start feeling happy and upbeat and excited, that's when I spend. So that tells me right there, like I need to be careful for the following week. Hence why I do these as as a reflection. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get into the focus that we got going on. So the the focus for the week was to contain the chaos, just because there was a lot going on for the week. Like I said, we had the taxes, I had the whole doctor stuff, And yeah, there was just a lot of unexpected charges, things that I wasn't ready to, dish out funds for. Sorry, I had to reach for a glass of water there. But yeah, it's just trying to maintain steadiness as much as possible, hence hold the line for the week's intention. And I mean, it was a very heavy amount going out for the week, but I was able to keep my spending steady, nothing too excessive, except for like Saturday, which you can see. But those are lessons that I've been planning on taking for, I'm gonna say since January. I've been like convincing myself not to take them, and I got a 50% off offer, and I was like, you know what, I don't think you're gonna get a better deal than 50% off, so I decided to take it. Well, okay, like I said, I keep these boxes up here, for like journaling and reflection. So again, like I'm gonna put in here that, well, this week is, and I could have started with ruined. So again, it's not. Did I like spending that much on the taxes? No, I didn't, and it sucks, and I hate taking the money out of my savings account. And but I mean, it's just a fact of life, and that's really what the savings accounts are there for. They are there to save your wallet. Let's see here. Okay, so I could put in here like lucky finds. I had to purchase collagen in that, and they had a BOGO offer. So, they were having a sale on what I needed. So I did. I stocked up. It normally would have been like an $80 purchase, but with it being BOGO, I just went ahead and, stocked up at the great price. So it was 160, which is, again, a lot more than what I wanted. But, I got more collagen, so it's going to last longer. And of course, the 50% off my lessons, which to me is a great deal. So we do have spending, but again, it's mindful spending. Okay, so another thing that I did, this was the social day. This was shopping with the pups. He is a man that loves to shop. He has to go to all the stores, has to look at all of the things. And normally that would have led to me like buying things because he'd be like, "Ooh, look at this, you should buy that, and look at that, you should buy this." Yeah, I was able to go to all the stores and I didn't buy a thing. There was even a store that I went into where I needed to buy something and they were out. And yeah, so I didn't even buy anything in the store that I was supposed to buy something in. So to me, that's a spending win. I just didn't, spend to spend. And again, weekends are for, not going out on crazy spending binges. They're for spending time with family and friends, okay? You can spend time with people and not spend a single dime. That is the best time for me. It's for relaxing to recharge the mind. Again, this is reading, even just chilling and watching your Netflix shows, and of course, finding time to create and explore. Um, Again, this is just driving around finding new places or, just staying at home and creating with the things that you already own. So, I mean, you can actually, have a good time and enjoy life without spending anything, guys. It is possible. So, this is a glimpse of the YNAB app here. So, I'm going back through, making sure all the transactions are on there. I can check this off here. I did do the internet bill and raise money's already in there, so I can check that off. I'm not quite sure why it's not checked off already. And let's see here. I still have a blank space here. So I'm just going to put in here, natural no spend day. Again, they're not forced. They're not even really planned. They just occur organically. And to me, this assists with reducing the feeling of restriction. Like, oh, I would love to buy that, but I'm on a no spend challenge, so I can't have it. Basically, what that does is in like a week, you are going to buy that item because it's going to be in your mind because you're going to be thinking that you're not allowed to have it. Um, I've just basically taught myself that, you don't need it. We have what we need. We don't need that. And I like keeping my money. So yeah, the general thoughts for the week is that, I could walk through the stores without having the want to buy. And my savings did assist with covering large and unexpected expenses. That is something that I couldn't have said a couple of years ago. So it is nice to see that I've finally made it to the people with having savings accounts club. Okay, so this is getting into the, why I keep the categories the way I do, because now we're going to be able to easily count up, how much I spent in bills this week, which is a hefty 1,200, guys. I mean, that's a lot in bills. And of course, the total spend, which normally runs under 500. Some weeks I could even get as low as 150. So in today's economy, that's pretty dang good. And of course, there was no income this week. And again, just a review, even though I didn't like the numbers, I didn't react emotionally, and that's a win. I could have went on a heavy spending binge this week, guys, but, I didn't. And for me, I'll take that from my past behavior. Um, Let's see here. I still got this blank space here. Sometimes the blank spaces bother me. So let me go back through my other planner here and see like what the heck was going on Thursday and why was I feeling hopeful. Oh yeah, okay. So I got to contact Mia and I got to discuss plans and goals for April, which we are looking for growth for April, guys. I'm feeling pretty good about the month of April. Pretty much done with March. I do not want to see the month of March anymore, so I'm glad that we are nearing the final week. No more. And let's see here. Let's finish up with some marker highlighting. And I think that's it. That should be pretty much there. So thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more budget reviews.